Hey everybody, welcome to part 2. I just kind of wanted to continue on with this discussion a little bit because I made a little bit of a, I wouldn't even call it interesting find, but down in the woods when I was looking for some trees earlier, I found some bones, and one of the things that I really want to get at with this YouTube is how I go about deciding that I absolutely don't think something is Sasquatch, because I always worry that people think I just have Sasquatch on the brain all the time. But I took down these two trees right here because, again, I'm trying to do better by this tree right here. And I'm kind of looking at it, and I do want to take this one down, but I'm worried that I'm going to leave too much of space in here. One of the things about doing this type of work that I discovered pretty early on was that if you clear too much at one time, these trees really are a community. And so if you clear too much at any one time, it can put a lot of stress during the windstorms on the remaining trees in the winter. And so even though this one is still kind of getting up at this conifer over here, and it's definitely taking some sun rays from these ones over here, I'm kind of thinking I might leave it for now. I'm going to probably have to think about it a little bit more. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about in this video, over here, you can see we've still got some of the bones from, I guess, what was that, October, that Courage the dog has been kind of chomping at. All that kind of stuff, and the videos about October bone mystery kind of revolved around this area, as far as where I had found a couple of them that I couldn't quite figure out how they got there. But I wanted to show you kind of the distance down to this other little area. I was down here kind of just looking around to see if I could find a bigger alder that I wanted to strip out, and there definitely are a couple down here that I'd like to get rid of. The Courage kind of went right to it, and you can see there's kind of this whole little debris field right here of bones. And it kind of goes along through here, and she's right at the next one. In fact, she's eating it now. And that's our trailer over there. So in front of the trailer is where I actually had some, in one of my other videos, one of the other sets of bones was actually discovered over there. And so essentially this site is kind of in between two places where we've found bones where it's a little bit difficult to explain how exactly they got there. And so, of course, you know, the first thought is, okay, well, what's going on with these? Well, one very small possibility, I suppose, is that some unknown creature, maybe a Sasquatch, left these bones here earlier, and that I didn't discover them until now. I find this very unlikely just from the way that the bones are on the surface. There's not a whole lot of debris, you know, the fall leaves and everything else covering them up, so I think these are relatively recent. And also just the fact that they're smaller and the way that they're broken up. If anything, this is probably from the dog. The next possibility would be that they could be from a racoon. But I definitely don't think these are from Sasquatch in any way. Like I say, they're smaller, and they're broken up in such a way that I really don't think that they were placed here as a gift. But I just kind of wanted to show the process of elimination as far as the bones are concerned. That I definitely don't think all bones that I discover are from Sasquatch. In this instance, I think that they're probably, the dog probably just dragged them over here from the cabin where I just showed you earlier, and for whatever reason she decided she wanted to chew on them over here. But see, she absolutely loves bones and getting them all over her, and She's a true woods dog. Alright, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.